Can MTV be cool again? Inside Paramount Skydance's cable revival strategy. Paramount Skydance's leadership, under CEO David Ellison and President Jeff Shell, is spearheading a bold attempt to breathe new life into its iconic but struggling cable networks, including MTV, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, and potentially BET One. A brand in peril, yet full of potential. MTV's reputation as a pop culture tastemaker has faded along with declining viewership. The network's median audience age now stands at 56, a far cry from its youth appeal in earlier decades, signaling a pressing need to reconnect with younger audiences. However, leadership still wagers on MTV's cultural cash, as well as its sibling networks, to be revitalized rather than discarded, defying industry peers like Warner Bros. Discovery and Comcast, which are spinning off their cable assets. 2. What's being considered to reinvent MTV? At a private brainstorming dinner, Ellison convened former MTV executives and music industry heavyweights, including Irving Azoff and Lucian Grange, to explore creative revival strategies. Ideas range from live events and music documentaries to capitalizing on archival interviews and footage. Executives are also inspired by Bravo's transformation, from a niche channel to a lifestyle brand anchored by events like BravoCon. Paramount hopes to emulate this model, using digital expansion and brand investment rather than cost increases. 3. Power plays, streaming, film slate, and cost control. Paramount Skydance isn't solely focused on cable. They're also investing heavily in streaming and filmmaking. The new leadership closed an $8.4 billion merger and pledged to boost theatrical production from 8 to 15 films annually, with a long-term target of 20. Upcoming titles include sequels from Star Trek and Transformers, and fresh originals like High Side, starring Timothée Chalamet. Simultaneously, the company is aiming for $2 billion in cost savings while forging major deals, including a $7.7 billion UFC rights agreement and a partnership with the creators of Stranger Things 4. Digital first, reimagining MTV in the online realm. Paramount envisions MTV's digital properties as platforms where fans can dive deep in Spotify or YouTube, exploring genres, artist histories, and cultural connections uniquely curated by MTV. And there's a push to revive iconic MTV formats on streaming platforms. The Real World Homecoming, New York, reunites the original 1992 cast on Paramount+. The Rap, MTV classics like Road Rules, Yo! MTV Raps, Behind the Music, and MTV Unplugged are being rebooted or relaunched on Paramount+, blending nostalgia with fresh content. Meanwhile, ahead of the VMAs, MTV rolled out a limited 24-hour music video marathon across MTV2, MTV Live, and MTV Classic, reconnecting with the channel's original identity and building anticipation. 5. Challenges in realism. Cable isn't coming back. While these initiatives aim to rejuvenate MTV, executives are realistic about the obstacles. Pay TV viewership continues to erode, and even a successful rebranding may not reverse cord-cutting trends. Yet, Paramount still derives significant earnings from its cable assets. Selling them would trigger expensive renegotiations with distributors, making retention, at least for now, a more pragmatic bet. 6. BET's uncertain fate. Another cable brand under consideration is BET. Paramount previously explored selling it, but Skydance's team may instead repurpose it within its streaming strategy. Cindy Holland, overseeing streaming, advocates investing in premium BET Plus originals, even those costing over $7 million per episode, well above typical budgets. Paramount Skydance's bold move to save MTV isn't just an attempt to preserve nostalgia. It's a bet that curated, culturally resonant content can bridge the old and new entertainment worlds. From live events to digital immersion, they're threading a path between cable tradition and streaming innovation. If executed well, MTV's revival could set a template for legacy media, making its way back into relevance, without abandon but by adaptation. Yet, success hinges on execution, resonance with younger audiences, and seamless integration across media platforms.